Trust me, you know how many times I've tried to convince your husband to let me go through a table or do
Yeah?
something?
Tonight's the night.
Put me through a table.
You know?
You know what I mean? Like,
Is that so much to ask?
yeah, I feel like it,
Such
and,
a-
and I
such
keep
a
telling him,
normal
he's like,
request.
the NBA would never let us. I said, who cares? I don't have to ask them.
You don't have to get quiet, but tell me about your shoes. This is your second shoe.
First shoe.
It's the first
First
shoe.
shoe. Well, last year when they came for the game, that was like I had a deal with I had a Puma deal. I was still a Puma, but I just had a colorway of a shoe that they already had
okay.
existing.
Okay.
This is
Was
the
it your
first year of
own
my own
trademark?
shoe. Yes.
So tell me about that whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
do you design the actual shoe?
Yeah, so I was with a brand previously, and I was becoming a sneaker free agent, and so met with
That's a
a bunch
thing?
of yes, you
The
could
SFA?
Yes, exactly. There's a sneaker free agency, and so I met with a bunch of brands, and then Puma was the brand that just caught my eye, and I was excited about, and so we launched, our shoe. We launched our shoe this week on Friday, the 26th, and I'm really excited about it. And it's been so fun to be a part of the design process because I'm so I like fashion. I enjoy looking good and designing things yourself. So I'm excited about the possibility of being able to do my own colors and stuff. It's exciting.
Yeah, that's super cool. So then you've designed the base of the shoe and then you iterate on the colors and designs and
Yeah,
things
exactly.
like that?
There's a designer named Salehi Bembry. He's done a lot of famous shoes over the last couple of years. He was signed to Puma to kind of run their basketball design. And so with me coming on, him coming on at the same time, we collaborated and put together a pretty cool shoe. So I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ever think you'd have your own shoe?
No. It's probably like a top 5 moment for me in my life. Just because you grow up as a kid playing basketball, you want to buy all your favorite players' shoes, and now to have my own that kids can go to Foot Locker and go online and buy, it's like that's the coolest thing ever.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
What are you going to do to interact with your fan base that are wearing your shoes?
Yeah, I will. I probably anytime somebody tags me, and I'm going to repost. I don't really repost a lot, but I will for my shoe.
At least for the first couple months.
Exactly. And then our whole campaign is called Hallie Mart, which is I work at a grocery store, and so I'm I bag the shoes. I'm in the meat market. I'm in the
that's
freezer department.
awesome.
I kind of wear a Hallie Mart smock. So this week on Thursday we're doing a pop up. They took a vacant building, they're turning it into Hallie Mart, the grocery store, and so they're
awesome.
selling my first 317. It's the area code. They're selling my first 317 pair at Hallie Mart, so I'm going to be there. And
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm
Working
excited.
multiple jobs?
yes, doing a little bit of everything.
Is your little brother going to work with you?
Yeah, little brother, all my friends, my parents. It's going to be a good time.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
And clearly that'll be promoted, right? It's
Yeah.
not like like a tweet and find. What were those things when you did
Surprise?
a pop up? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a surprise. They announced
no.
it last week. So
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
all right.
The worry is
Hallie
that
Mart.
Yes.
You got to go.
The worry is
Yes.
there's only 317 pairs, and
There's going to be a lot of traffic.
people in
So what are you
Indiana.
going to do for them? Your new WWE shirt? You're going to give to the people who
Yeah,
don't get the shoes?
I hope people go to. I went to Superstore last night and got a bunch myself, so I hope people go out and get those as well for sure.
So talk about your shirt
Yeah,
too, because it says something very important at the top.
yeah. So it's my 3rd shirt I've done with WWE, and, which is
No big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
No.
That's really the coolest thing. The first shirt I ever did with WWE, I was so excited, and we were. Hunter hit me. He's like, "Yo, what do you want to do?" And he lets me have a lot of input on what I do with my shirts. And I was like, "I want to do something around." John is obviously my favorite wrestler, a big fan. So I'm like, "Let's do something around the design." And they came back and I didn't know what I wanted to put at the top. And one of my friends was like, "Why don't you put? There's no time for what ifs." Because John's what is it called?
The time is now.
Yeah, the time
Yeah,
is now, right?
yeah.
So it's let's come up with something good. So it's no time for what if, still leaving time in there and coming off my injury and stuff. So I don't know. I think it was really cool, and I'm really excited about it. I think it looks really good.
And the choke?
Yes, the choke. The WWE, they love that. That's kind of my, when I did it against
Well,
the
because
Knicks.
it was the coolest moment of all time.
For sure. And it was kind of my heel moment, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
number one. So I think it's tied in really well. It looks really good.
Would you want to be a heel?
I think that I'm a heel by nature.
Oh, yeah?
When
Really?
I'm not in Indiana.
Okay.
So here, I think I smile a lot. I have fun. People enjoy when I'm here. They cheer me here. But anywhere outside of Indiana,
Then you're just the bad guy.
like when I did a skit. I did a little thing with NXT. Was this last year? I did a thing with NXT where I was announcing the contract was between Ethan Page and Trick Williams. And Sean was like, just go up there. The fans are going to love you. They're very easy. I said, Sean, they're going to boo the shit out of me up there. And he's like, no, he's like, you'll be fine. He's like, if they boo you, just adjust. And I was like, okay. So I walked out there, and I'm out there before it comes back TV, and I'm already getting booed, like before TV even started. And I'm like, all right, well, the
Here it
script
comes.
is all, we do the script away. It's like we're completely just leaning into it. So anywhere outside of Indiana at this point, I'm kind of a bad guy.
And you like it.
I enjoy it. Yeah, it's
so
fun.
much more fun to
Yeah,
be the
it
bad
is,
guy.
as you know.
Yeah, I
As
do.
you know,
I
right.
do. I mean, I'm a believer.
Yeah.
But nowhere was I ever the baby face, so I was always the
Well,
hero.
it's like when I first started watching wrestling, you were the GM. SmackDown, you'd say
Yeah,
you were a babyface
yeah,
all the time?
it's boring baby
Yeah,
face,
okay.
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
I've had brief periods where I
Yeah.
was the baby face, but yeah, much more fun to be the heel.
100%.
More safe.
Yes.
Like I feel more comfortable.
Yeah. You can be a little more off the cuff and kind of like I think
Yeah.
you can experiment more. Like nothing you do is wrong. Just try
That's
to get
right.
as much heat as possible.
That's right.
Yeah.
And say whatever you think is going to incite that crowd.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, which as a basketball player, when you're outside of Indiana, I think probably works very, very
Yes,
well.
for sure.
Yes.
I feel like I'm pretty good at being able to get a good crowd reaction at this point. Yeah.
But on the top of your shirt, it says, right, as we said, no time for what ifs.
Yeah.
But what does that mean?
Yeah, I think for me, since I've gotten hurt, all I've heard is like, if you didn't get hurt, if this happened, if that happened. And I think I'm just trying to be as like forward thinking as possible. And for me, it's like, I don't have time to think about what if. Like I'm just trying to progress to my rehab as fast as I can, try to get through it as quick as I can. Because I feel like the more I live in the past, the harder it is, you know. Because
Sure.
of
You
course I
can't
feel that
change
way.
it.
Yeah, you can't. I have no control over it. So just trying to move forward. I feel like that's what I'm trying to represent with it.
And
love that.
when the injury initially happened, were you you had to have a moment, right? Like pity, of
Yeah,
anger,
for sure.
of every fucking
Oh,
feeling.
I think I felt every single emotion
mean-
there is to feel at this point. After no, you're
Sorry.
no, you're good. That's real. That's real though. I feel like that night was really hard. Like it was hard to sleep, hard to like, because even in the back, we were winning at halftime.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, if we win, like
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Yeah.
You know, I just sit there the whole time like, I hope we win this game. And then like, it's just like slowly coming to the realization like, okay, we didn't win the game. And now I have to go through surgery and all these things that are like where my life is going to go for the next, I mean, we're almost 13 weeks away from surgery. So yeah, I think I've felt every single emotion, but I think at this point it's like just trying my best not to feel sorry for myself. Like
Yeah.
just trying to progress as quick as I can, because I think the more I live in the past, like the harder it really is to accept that happened. Yeah.
I think it's a great philosophy in general is you can't control the things around you. You just can't. The only thing you can control is yourself and how you react to the situation. And I think it's harder to control your feelings.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's easy to say, no, I can only control myself and how I react in the moment, which is true. But how do you escape your emotions? How do you drive forward through those feelings?
Yeah, I personally, I think, it takes a village. Like,
Sure.
it's like, it's not just me. Like, I have a great support system. My family has been there every step of the way. All my close people call me very regularly to check on me. And I have my days. I have my days where I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking about it and I just kind of like break, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
definitely been
Of
those
course,
days.
of
And
course.
I think just being able to be, over the last 2 years, like, just being able to be as like vulnerable as I can and like being able to take my mental health more serious. Like our league has done a great job of being able to promote, like take that more serious. And for me, it's like talking to my sports therapist and, you know, being able to voice those things, get those out. Cause that's just like the best thing for me. If I can get it out and kind of say it, admit to where I am and how I feel on certain moments, then I feel like it's easier to, you know, get by. But I feel like it's important to understand, like, it's okay to have bad days. Like
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
human being, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's made this easier to deal with for sure.
They say sunlight is the best disinfectant.
Yes,
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
Try to get out, see things a little bit. I tried to avoid people for a little bit. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be around people at all. I don't want to, because I cannot get around anybody who hasn't seen me in a while without them being like, if you didn't get hurt, I'm sure you like.
Yeah.
I appreciate the sentiment, but it's like I can't do anything. So it's like,
Right.
I
Yeah,
use-
but I am hurt. So
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
your default answer is just like, yeah, I agree. Like, you're right. And just kind of keep it moving, but it's part of it.
Do you equate your what if to why?
My what if to why?
Like, what if this didn't happen? Why did this happen to me? Do you think they're similar?
I think the thing with my like what ifs is thinking about like, because for me, if I didn't get hurt, I would like, you can't tell me I wouldn't have won, right? Like,
Right.
of course, like,
Yeah.
of course we're gonna win. So it's like, I think asking the question of why just makes me feel like it's unfair. Like, you know, like I think that's the thing about it. Like when I ask why, to me, I'm thinking like, this shouldn't be happening to me. Like this is unfair for me to be an arm's length away from my dream and get that like kind of snatched. And so that to me is like, you know, life isn't fair, but like
Right.
that's the way I feel like when I say why, that's what I'm getting at is like when we all say why, it's like why would that happen to me? It's like we think we're like above, you know what I mean?
Right,
That happened to
yeah.
me,
Right.
you know? Versus like, I guess what if when I say that, it kind of makes me feel like, that's a good question. I guess I haven't thought about that. What if for me is just like kind of like the hypothetical, like of like if I didn't get hurt, then this would be happening, then this is how my life would be going. You know, like for me, it's like if I didn't get hurt, we would have won. If I didn't get hurt, I would have convinced Hunter to keep John heel and I would have walked him out at SummerSlam. If I didn't get hurt, I would have convinced him to let me do something
Right.
tonight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like those are more of my ifs, like all the things forward, you know,
Okay.
versus why is more just that thing specifically, if that makes sense. Like I feel like that's the way I look at it. Yeah. If that answers your question.
It does. I challenge you to just think about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
no time for what ifs. Maybe there's no time for why.
Yeah.
You know,
No, for sure. And that's, yeah, I agree with that as well. Like, that's a good thought. I never thought of it that way.
This is what she does. She makes you think.
Yeah.
it's annoying.
What did you do on that time? I don't remember for social media. Did you just like shut off for a little bit?
Yeah,
That's a great question.
My phone did not work that night. Like it was unbelievable. I've never had that experience before. Like I got hurt, and when I went to go on my phone, like the first thing I did when I opened my phone was delete Twitter, delete Instagram. Like
Wow.
I don't even want to see it. Like
Yeah.
I don't even want to see the video. I couldn't
Yeah.
like stomach to watch anything of it. So I was like, delete those things. And then I was trying to like, people were texting me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I was really like not trying to be on my phone. But as I was leaving and trying to coordinate with, you know, my now fiance, my family, like surgery and flights and all those things, like trying to coordinate, like I couldn't scroll. Like my phone literally wouldn't work because I was getting so many texts, so many calls, so many
Wow.
notifications that I had to turn my phone off completely. And just my security, I had to use his phone for the night to be able to like communicate with people because I couldn't talk to anybody. It was
beautiful,
tough.
though.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it's so much love.
Yeah, for
right?
sure. I had a lot of people reaching out and a lot of people who that you don't even like think about or that like haven't thought about in a long time, haven't talked to in a long time, like former teachers and stuff from high school. Like
Really?
yeah,
Cool.
that meant the world. Just I think in those moments is like you see like the real like the love that people
Yeah.
have for you.
Yeah.
And it's been really cool for sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
One thing I've learned from every guest on this show, performance and health go hand in hand. That's why I'm proud to partner with Game Day Men's Health. They're redefining what men's health looks like, breaking the stigma and helping men take ownership of their energy, focus, and longevity. Think about it. If you want to be the best dad, husband, leader, or just feel like your best self, it starts with your health. Game Day's clinics feel more like modern wellness spaces than traditional doctor's offices, and their licensed experts provide personalized care, not one-size-fits-all plans. And the best part is that you can get a complimentary testosterone and PSA screening to see where you stand and build a personalized game plan with their on-site medical team. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com to schedule yours today. Game Day Men's Health. Optimized health for the high performer in you. We've talked a lot about your career, your story, and your success, but I want to shift gears for a moment. We're in the like real mode.
Yeah.
You're currently dealing with an injury, as we've discussed, and we know that comes with its own set of challenges, physically and mentally. What role has your overall health played, not just in your performance, but when you're 100%, how you navigate setbacks like this?
Yeah, just kind of gauging where I am, where my body is. I think being a professional athlete, there's always a random nick and bruise, and like you're like, how do I feel that way? I don't know how I feel that way. So just trying to gauge it that way. But obviously, health is very important to what I do. And you always take I think we all take our health for granted.
Agreed.
Like you stub your toe and you're like, I didn't know I needed my pinky toe that bad.
Right?
But like, I feel like we all take, those are the little things, of course. Obviously, this is a little bigger, but I feel like we all take our health for granted in some way.
That's exactly what Game Day Men's Health is all about. Supporting men through every phase, from peak performance to recovery and long-term vitality. Whether it's testosterone optimization, recovery support, or just feeling like yourself again, they make personalized care simple and effective. Check them out at GameDayMen'sHealth.com to learn more. I learned something about you, and I haven't told you this yet.
Oh,
Okay,
No,
what is that?
holding out on me.
From a guy named Ben Bruno.
Oh, wow. You know Ben Bruno?
Well, Joe DeFranco, who trains me, and Paul knows Ben.
Okay, yes.
Or Paul and I.
Yeah.
And so I was asking, like, is there anything I should know, anything special I should ask him? He said a lot of great stuff. But one of the things he said that I found hard to believe is that there's a sport that you can't play.
What,
Being such an incredible athlete
I'm curious what it is.
related to water.
Ah, there it is. I knew that's what it was. I knew that's what it was. Oh, yeah, I can't swim.
Oh.
Or ride a bike.
Really?
I can't do
You're
either
like
of those
my
things.
mother-in-law.
I know. I can't do either
She
of those
can't
things.
swim or ride a bike.
Yeah, when I was
I
a
love you, Meme.
when I was a kid, I lived a block away from the elementary school, like
You just walked.
5 blocks from the middle school, and I lived on the same street as the high school.
Okay.
So it was like for me to go anywhere, to the park, anywhere, I could walk. Or like growing up, I was like the fastest kid in the neighborhood. So I just run,
ran.
you know,
Right.
like to show off that I could run faster than
Right,
people, right?
right.
And so I had no interest. I'm very much so, my fiance always jokes that I'm an iPad kid. Like I'm one of the original iPad kids. Like I was always inside, always playing video games. That's just like what I did. So
there's hope.
like my dad would try to,
this
my dad
generation.
would try to teach me to ride a bike, and I'd be like, I'd fall. You know, usually you get up and you want to try. No, like I'm like, I'm going inside. I don't like being
I don't
outside.
like this.
I don't like being out here. Like I was very much so like that as a kid. Like I did not like being outside ever. Yeah, weird. So Ben, when we work out at Ben's, some days he likes to be in the pool.
And you were like,
I'm like, we can get in, but we got to go on the part that I can stand.
Can we go to
please."
the shallow end?
Yeah. And being in the NBA has helped because I've learned there's a lot of guys in the NBA who can't swim.
All right.
But when I dropped I also can't ride a bike. People
Yeah.
are very like, well, were you like,
So
what kind of
if
kid
you
were
were
you?
such a screen kid,
Yeah.
right, then how did you start to play?
Yeah, like for me, it was like I was either in the gym or in my room playing video games. Those are just like what I did. When I was born, my dad coached like a middle school girls basketball team. So I was like,
Thank
I was,
you to him.
Yes.
Yes.
So I feel like I was born with like a basketball in my crib, always around. Like the girls, like always in the gym all the time. And so like I was either in the gym or I was like at home playing video games. And growing up, I only played like basketball video games and wrestling video games. And so I would sit there, I would like play the game, do like something, and then I had a hoop in my driveway. So I'd run out there, try it. Oh, I can't do it yet. Go back, try it again in the video game, and like kind of go back and forth
So
between there.
interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any correlation between your accuracy and like training off of the video game, sort of?
You know, I would love to say that that's true,
But,
I doubt
yeah,
it. I
no,
think
yeah.
I think just for me, like being able to, like I was always in front of a screen, like just I consumed so much basketball, video games. Like when I like got to that age, like YouTube, like I like grew up with YouTube. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when YouTube was kind of starting was when I was kind of getting on the internet, really. You know, and so I would sit there all day and just look up basketball videos and look up players and watch their videos and then go in the driveway and do it. But yeah, as far as being outside, not really for me. Only to be in the driveway to play basketball. That's it. Not to go to the park, none of that. Just in my driveway to play basketball or inside. That's it.
That's fascinating,
Yeah,
though, and
yeah.
how much you watched.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's so much content
Yeah.
out there, right? And when you would watch, would you be watching for how certain moves were executed or strategy of plays, watching a team?
Yeah, I would say at a
or-
young age, like most kids, it was just watch like the highlights, you know,
Right.
watch the cool things.
Just
and
the
then,
cool stuff,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then just try to do it, you know,
Yeah.
and then just, I feel like in the world of basketball, like the most successful people are the people with like huge imaginations, like being able to picture different things in different scenarios and put yourself in different situations. And so for me, it's like I feel like I would just watch things and be like, how could I implement that into, what I do? Where would be a moment where I could use that in a basketball game? So I don't know. I just feel like my imagination was just like watch things and try to like implement that into what I do, which I feel like at a young age I kind of understood and just, I don't know. That was like that was my world to kind of just play around with things.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if that's not a bigger idea.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the people who have the bigger imaginations and you can analyze a situation and put yourself in it and how would you react and how would you feel and what are all of the mechanisms around you that need to work for it to
Yeah.
go off. Like that really applies to life.
For sure.
you
And I
know?
feel you consume a majority, like people nowadays to do like really anything, you can consume it all almost on
Yeah.
like the internet, but specifically YouTube. Like
yeah.
I've learned how to do so many different things on YouTube, like any type of thing I'm searching, anything. I just go on the internet, you can figure it out. Yeah.
I've heard of people learning to play the piano from watching YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like you have to have some kind of maybe
There's still
inclination. Still.
right. That's where I'm like, I feel like not everyone can just watch and go do it.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
still a level.
I
of,
don't care how many basketball videos
No,
I watch.
I mean,
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Of course, there's a lot of God-given ability for sure. But I think that for me as a kid, just understanding like this is what I want to do. These guys are really good at it. I'll go try it. Yeah. Why not?
So, what prepared you to become a commentator?
Nothing. Nothing.
I mean, I've been watching your coverage, and it is remarkable. You're so calm and collected out there,
Yeah.
and you make your points.
Yeah,
and
I feel like just experience is the best teacher. So like, I feel like I've been in front of a microphone for, the last eight years since I've been playing basketball on the college
Right.
level. Like just interviews and stuff. And I feel like it's just something I've like
when
public
you're
speak-
the subject being interviewed,
exactly
right,
yeah
right.
like public speaking like hasn't ever been like a fear of mine. I feel like I can do it especially if it's something I'm passionate about. So
Right.
like it's easy for me to talk about basketball and it's easy for me to talk about the WWE because I've grown up my whole life. That's like those are like my two like favorite things in the world. So it's like been super easy for me to do.
And did your older siblings also watch WWE?
A little bit, but not as much as me. Like when I was born, I had an uncle. He's not with us anymore, Uncle Gary, and he knew when I was very young that I was going to be a very spoiled child, and so that was when pay-per-view was a thing.
Okay.
So he would come over, convince me to cry to my mom to buy the
To get the
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view because
And
Uncle
I-
Gary didn't want to pay for it.
Exactly.
Oh my
and I would buy, and then
for
I'd be like,
him.
Mom, please buy-" and then my mom would buy the pay-per-view. And so that's how I got started to watch wrestling. So
Wow.
like my earliest like show that I can remember crying to get my mom to buy would be like WrestleMania 19.
Okay.
So then like from there, it's just everything is just like, I feel like I can remember the majority of things. And when I can't remember, I go back and watch because I just enjoy it. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite storylines?
Oh, honestly, Eddie, Ray, and Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch then when Dom was like super young?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So when Dom was starting to come into the company, I was like, that's him.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I know.
like
Trust
kid.
me, because
Yeah.
I met him. Well, I met him younger than that.
Right,
but
right.
Yeah. I mean, time all blends for
for
me. I'm
sure.
a little
Yeah.
older
But
than
the
you, as we
storyline, and I
established.
was like, and I was a kid at that time. I thought
Yeah.
it was real.
Right.
I'm like,
You're like,
It's right
Dom,
now,
oh my
it's
God,
not.
he's his dad. I feel so bad for him.
exactly. I think of all those things when I was a kid, like that I thought were like really real and how invested I was in knowing, how are they gonna, what's the resolution to this? Like,
Right.
how are we gonna what's next week gonna look like? And just being ready, like we always had open gym on Monday. So it was 6:30 to 8 o'clock. As soon as that would get done, I'd come home. I knew my mom was gonna have McDonald's on the table and we were gonna watch Monday Night Raw
I mean-
every Monday. That was my
So your
that was my
parents
day.
got into it too?
Yeah, for sure. Like my dad took me to my first event in like Green Bay, and so every event that I go to for the most part now, I bring my dad. So my dad's here with me now. He's gonna come. Like I try to that's our way to like bond because
Yeah.
like we don't get to spend a ton of time together. I'm traveling all the time doing all these
Well,
things.
and basketball's not an option for him anymore.
She went
Exactly.
there.
Yeah, he's not
She
really.
went there.
He's not necessarily welcome in the gym all the time. So it's like we go and watch wrestling together, and he enjoys it, and it's like it's been so fun for us to kind of like reconnect through that. And like the first event I brought him to was actually SummerSlam in like 2021, but that was before I really had a relationship with the company.
Right.
I just
You
kind of
just
went.
brought him,
They got
yeah.
me front row, but I didn't really like have a relationship with people. And then like Fastlane a couple years ago, we came early. I met John, met Paul for the first time, and like I have a picture that I'm gonna get framed. It's like my dad meeting Triple H for the first time. Like as a kid, I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, like those are the moments that I hold very dear to my heart.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
And it's just like a shared passion.
Yeah, for sure. And I think as a kid, that was like the time, like, you know, you sit and watch things with your kids, and
Right,
like
right.
that's what I was passionate about. So he brought me my first event. I remember going, I was terrified because I was like, if Kane shows up, I was like,
We got to run.
if Kane is there, like, he cannot come around me. I'm so terrified. And fireworks going off. I remember Batista doing the gun.
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm in there. I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst. And that was at the time, I think like SmackDown was like pre-taped right
Okay,
on that
yeah,
Monday.
yeah.
So like I got to watch 2 shows, and like The Undertaker came out, and I was like, why are the, like I was
That's the coolest
I was
entrance.
terrified of the
time.
dark, and I was like, where, like,
How old were you?
Yeah, I
Why'd
was
the
like
lights go out?
6,
Okay.
6 or 7. Like I was, yeah.
You were
very,
little,
very young
yeah.
age. Like I still have the belt, like the John Cena spinner belt from when
Oh,
I was
I saw
6.
your post this morning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still
Yes.
have it. I brought it with me because I'm
That's
like,
so great.
I gotta get John to sign that. That's
Oh,
gonna be
that's
so
so cool.
because I wrote on the nameplate in Sharpie at 6 years old, Tyrese.
Really?
And so it's still on there. My dad found it in storage and brought it to my house. So
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know why that almost made me cry.
It got me
Jeez,
too.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's like a
it's
very
really cool.
real.
Real full circle moment.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So is Cena, I mean, I know you have Cena tonight,
Yep.
but is he like your favorite?
Yeah, for sure.
Of all time?
All-time favorite. Like for me, like as a 2000s kid, like we all grew up as
With
he
John.
was the
Yeah.
guy, you know? And so definitely him, but it just like goes down the line. Like my little brother loves Rey Mysterio. Like
Yeah.
he's obsessed with Rey Mysterio. And so like I went through that phase where you think you're like too cool for the WWE. Like in
Okay,
high school, I was
okay.
like too cool. And then like when I got to college, I was like, I still love this. Like I'm not too cool. Like, I can watch it. So I started starting to watch it again, and so my little brother kind of like he didn't start watching at the same time as me. He kind of got back in as I got into the NBA, and I did the pre-show here for the Royal Rumble. And I'm sitting in there with Hunter, and Ray walked in, and I met Ray a couple times, and he walked in and said hello to me, and we talked for a little bit, and he walked away, and like my little brother, his jaw was like on the floor. And he was like, "You know Rey Mysterio?" And I was like, "Yeah,
You are the coolest
yeah,
big brother of all
for
time.
sure." It's been pretty cool, like because I still have those experiences where like
Yeah.
I meet you guys in the back, and I'm like, "This is the craziest thing ever." Like it's like that. Like my fiance always says, I love going to WWE with you because it's the one time that you're really like you're like a kid
You're, like,
again.
just
Like
a
you
kid.
really
Yeah.
like have fun because I go to things and I meet people, and it's like. You know, not like it's cool to meet like,
Sure,
people
sure,
that
of
you
course.
watched and things like that, but nothing tops meeting like people that I've
Something you're a
watched
fan of,
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you feel about Cena's heel moment?
I was very excited about it. Actually, I was very I was very excited because I was like, as a kid, it was like people all like he would get booed, and I wouldn't understand why. Is he
Right, yeah,
getting
why
booed?
are they booing
Yeah,
him?
why?
Yeah.
As a kid, it's like. Yeah, he should never lose. He should win every
Every
match.
time.
Like he should. So when he's like winning all the time and people are booing, I'm like, why are we? It's John Cena, you know. And so when he turned heel, I was in Ames for my jersey retirement for my college, so I wasn't watching live. And my boy was like, and I was like, oh my God, stop the press. Like this is the coolest thing ever. And so I feel like it made me be more engaged because I just wanted to know what was going to happen. You know, like I wanted to see how are we going to go about this. Like I don't know what heel John Cena even looks like.
Yeah.
I can't even like. Is he going to change his attire? Is he not going to wear the shirt anymore? Is he going to go to trunks? Like new music? What's going to happen? Like I was so invested. I was very excited for it.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't imagine John in trunks.
No, well,
Yeah.
he said he almost turned heel like when the Rock thing was going on. He said he was gonna wear boxer trunks and wear like boxer robes and change his theme song. and
interesting.
Do it all, and I was like, I think about that all the time. Like, what would that have even?
Yeah, I don't know.
What would that have
Shorts.
looked like?
Only.
I don't know, but it's a uniform. And he is always merchandise minded.
Yeah.
Oh, we have rehearsals going on.
I was like,
that's
what the hell just happened?
Surprise!
But he wrestled in trunks at one point, right?
He did when he was the prototype. I think like, shorts or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, right.
Yeah. But it's been a long time.
I was going to say skimpies. That was a term I learned when we were doing a podcast with Roman. The skimpies.
Oh, that's what he called them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
yeah,
that was
he
a
wore
thing.
like
He
actual
wore trunks for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, at NXT, before it was NXT.
Yeah, like FCW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Florida Championship Wrestling. Yeah.
Yep.
See, I'm such a nerd when it comes to this stuff. I apologize in advance.
Why are you apologizing?
People always
It's the
say that to
greatest
me.
thing ever
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah.
It gets bad. It gets bad. Yeah.
No, it's great, but just also know you know more than I do, I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
Like
sure.
you remember
Definitely more
more
than-
things than I do.
Yeah. Even when I'm talking to like guys out there and they're like, "Yeah, this happened at this event," I'm like,
You're like, bam.
and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Also,
Like,
because YouTube,
Yeah.
you go back
Oh,
and watch
that's
it.
true.
exactly.
You can watch anything on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what do you think about ESPN and WWE?
Oh, I'm excited about it because I feel like it's like my two worlds are coming together even
Right.
more, And I think Paul keeps saying it, but like when I was a kid, and like say I didn't get the pay-per-view, where was I gonna go to look? Like I had,
Right.
I didn't have social media at the time, so it was like I had to go to WWE.com and try to find the results on there. And so like the fact that like it's being talked about on these like major platforms, I think is very cool. And that's what I was kind of just talking to him about out there was like I went through that phase where it's like it's not like
Right,
it wasn't
right.
cool, And now the fact that it's on ESPN and people are seeing people
And everybody's talking about it.
Exactly. I feel like
I mean, Stephen A is a pretty big fan.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So I feel like kids won't necessarily have that phase
same
anymore.
stigma or-
So
yeah.
I'm curious to see how that progresses with it being so like mainstream. Like
Mm-hmm.
if kids are able to like really just follow it all the time, which I think it should be pretty easy now.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Me too. I'm very excited
Yeah.
for this partnership.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's really incredible.
Yeah, and they're doing a really good job. The coverage has been crazy.
It has.
They picked Cena Lesnar choices on College Game Day today.
Right?
I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You've broken through when that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nick Saban did.
Yes,
You
yes,
can't
I
see
did
me.
see that.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Well, and
That's
we
super
were
cool.
watching Cam Newton when Triple H was on the show with him, but like how every announcer has this little bit of fan in them.
Yeah,
Right.
for
Like
sure.
he started talking about it too, and you're like, everyone loves WWE.
No doubt. And everybody
Even if
know-
they don't know it.
They don't know it.
but they know something.
you do.
Yeah, they know something
Yeah.
though. Like,
It's very hard to meet someone who does not know what
Right,
WWE is.
yes. You know
You
what
know.
it is. At the bare minimum, you know John's theme song.
Right?
You know a couple theme songs.
You know
Liz.
this.
Yes,
Yeah,
you know.
I
exactly.
mean,
You know you
at
can't
one point
see
in time,
them.
you knew the yes.
Yes, you know.
the
The yes. The hold the ones up for Roman.
Oh,
Suck
yeah.
it. Right.
Yeah,
We've
of
all.
course.
We know
I
them
mean,
all.
of
Exactly.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Because I did I'm doing like I did a DX colorway last year. We're doing a color this year, and I'm like Hunter,
So you're
we got-
still doing that as well as the shoe.
Yeah, I'm doing the color. I'm doing the colors now just in my shoe.
Just in your shoe.
Yes,
Oh, okay,
exactly.
okay.
So we're doing a couple like DX colors and a couple colors around certain things with WWE, and I'm like slowly getting them to guys in
That
the
was-
locker room because I'm like Jimmy and Jay, you guys wear them in the ring. Like,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
wear
yeah.
shoes in the ring.
I was
like,
going to ask
wear-
that
yeah,
question, like the collab with you and,
Yeah.
and WWE. Why
for
not?
sure.
Absolutely.
Trust me, I've been
mean-
pushing it for a long time.
And
yeah.
the more fun you can have, right?
Yeah.
Like as you were saying, blending both worlds.
Yeah.
As probably only you can, right? And,
Yeah.
and bringing that to life and what your imagination and your creativity, it doesn't have to stop at T-shirts and shoes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and where does it go from there? It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And having your own shoe is so cool.
Yeah,
I mean, that's congratulations.
Thank you. I
That's-
appreciate that.
That's amazing.
yeah, I'm very excited about it.
Fall always feels like a reset between back to school, busier routines, and shorter days. Finding time to cook can be tough. That's why I love Factor. Their chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious, no matter how hectic the season gets. More variety, more meals. Choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. For more choices to better nutrition, that's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. Feel the difference, no matter your routine. Eat smart at factormeals.com/Steph50off and use code STEPH50OFF to get 50% off your first box, plus free breakfast for a year. That's code STEPH50OFF at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus breakfast free for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Every dream needs a domain. Squarespace Domains makes it easy to find the best name for your business at one fair, all-inclusive price. No hidden fees or add-ons required. With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a bespoke online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business. Start with Blueprint AI, Squarespace's AI-enhanced website builder, to get a fully custom website in just a few steps. Using basic information about your industry goals and personality to generate premium quality content and personalized design recommendations. Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid, all in one place. Plus, get discovered fast with integrated Squarespace SEO tools. Head to squarespace.com/STEPH for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code STEPH to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about was Drew Hanlon.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about what he's meant to you and your career?
Yeah, so Drew is a trainer in the NBA. He trains a lot of guys. He's probably got a roster of like 10, 11 guys. And he is very blunt and he is a genius. Like, I love being around him. And like in my second year, I was kind of coming into my own as a player. Like, I was really starting to, I wasn't an all-star yet. And so I was starting to have good games. And so my agent wanted me to have dinner with Drew. And so we sat down and had dinner. And he was just very he laid out a full roster of guys in the NBA. He's like, "Are you better than this guy?" And I was like, "Yeah." "Are you better than this guy?" And I was like, "I don't know." And he just kind of went down the line of people like, "Do you think you're better than them?" And I was like, "I don't really know." And he's like, "What do you think is the most points you'll ever average?" I'm like, I don't know. I guess I've never thought about these things, Right. And he kind of challenged my thinking in a lot of ways. And for me, it's always about being more aggressive. Like, people always are on me to shoot the ball more. And like, by nature, I like to pass, get people involved. And so he's been the guy who's like really challenged me to become more of a scorer because I'm like better when I'm scoring the ball. And so he's really challenged my thinking, and he's been a great person for me to have in my life, because it's important to have somebody who challenges your thinking.
Yes.
Especially at this level, because you get a lot of yes men at this point. Like a lot of people telling you you're the greatest. You don't got to change anything.
Yeah.
And Drew is just not that. Like, he just does a great job of challenging my thinking. And I really think he's had a big part of me taking my career to another level. And that's been, very special for me. Yeah.
And before he took you on, he said you had to accomplish something.
Yeah. So we were in Philly. He has Joel Embiid on the Sixers.
Are you guys friends?
Yeah, we're very close.
Because I wondered when I was reading that.
We are very close,
Okay, yeah.
yes. And Joel, he was there visiting Joel, and he had dinner with me, and he broke down the numbers when I shoot a specific amount of shots, how many points I average. And so he was like, "My challenge to you tomorrow is to shoot 15 shots. If you shoot 15 shots, I will work with you," right? It's okay. And I'm going to the game, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be aggressive from the jump. And I never had thought about that before. I never thought about I needed to shoot a specific amount of shots or whatever. So I go out there, I end up shooting, I think it was 19 shots. I had my career high in points at the time. I had 38.
Yep.
And just like that night of sitting there and him challenging me and my thinking, I felt like going into that game, it was in the back of my mind. It was all I could think about. And I felt like that led to me having a good game. And so from there, our relationship started from there. We started working out together. And it's like, sometimes it's not even necessarily like physical, like, doing a bunch of drills and getting on the court. Sometimes he's like a real mental coach for me as well, like watching
Great
film.
coaches are.
Yes, exactly. Like, let's like just challenge my thinking. Sometimes it's as simple as just flip your mindset as much as it is, you need to become more skilled at certain things. Like obviously
Right.
you need to have the ability to do it, but I feel like he does a very good job of being like, let's get better at let's switch your mindset. How can you do this better? And I feel like that's helped me a lot.
So he said to you that sometimes being let me see if I can get this quote correct. He said sometimes being unselfish is being selfish.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, so by the numbers say when I shoot the ball more, we win more. And actually, weirdly, when I shoot the ball more, my assists go up, which shouldn't coincide, but it's just like that level of aggression is better for us as a team. And so he always says, by you being so unselfish, refusing to shoot the ball more, from a statistical standpoint, you're putting your team in a worse position to win. You're putting yourself in a worse position to have a good game. So really, by you choosing to be that unselfish, not shooting the ball more, trying to pass it more, you're hurting the team.
Wow.
So it's a weird way of thinking.
But you wouldn't. So let me, because I would think, right, that would be a hard thing to wrap your head around.
Yes, and trust me, it's a constant battle every game. Like, because I'm not perfect. Like every game,
Sure.
So there's games where I'm like, I needed to be more aggressive, or there's never a game where I've said I was too aggressive. Like that's never happened. Even in the game though, I might think, man, I'm really shooting it right now. I need to pass it a little bit more. And I've said that to my teammates before. Hey man, tell me if I'm tripping. Should I
Right.
be, you know what I mean? Am I shooting the ball too much? And guys will be like, what?
Yeah, fuck that, we're winning.
No, yeah. Keep shooting, please.
Exactly. And that conversation happens all the time. And I feel like it's kind of like imposter syndrome sometimes. You know, like I don't necessarily like know who I am sometimes. Sometimes it's like prove to myself, like, no, this is who you are. Like this is good for us. And that's kind of the constant mental battle of every day. Yeah.
Is there like a specific self-talk you do before you play to get yourself there, or
I think just the thing that always reigns true in my head is 15. Get 15 shots, because now, give or take, it's more like 17, 18 is really the goal now. But I know if I can get to 15, I'm putting myself and our team in a very good position to win. And if you look at the numbers, it's like, and I know coach is going to kill me for saying it, but if you look at the numbers, it's like, it is like the more I shoot, the better chance we have to win, and the percentage goes up. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like numbers don't lie all the
they
time.
recruited you for a reason.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
got you for a reason.
Exactly.
Yes, I mean, and you're delivering on that. But I'm trying to understand too the coach's mentality of like changing your perspective.
Yeah.
Right. Like, make sure you shoot at least 15 times. Like, oh, it's just a different way of thinking, right?
Yeah.
To your point, right? It's not about like, oh, I've got to score this many points.
Yeah.
But it's just the amount of times that you actually shoot the ball. And then so you're focused on that versus making sure your teammates have the ability to shoot.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's both. I think sometimes it's not even about, so what I argue is it's not always about shot attempts, it's just about aggression. So like, because I'm a passer by nature,
Right.
Sometimes if I'm really thinking score, and I go in, I feel like a good instinct to be like, oh, there's two people on me, he's open. You know, like,
Yeah.
And that's what me and Drew always talk about is like, think score first. If you think score first, your basketball instinct's going to take over,
Right.
and you're going to make the right play. But just try to be more aggressive that way, and then figure it out. So, yeah, it's weird because most guys in the NBA, I would say 99% of the guys in the NBA, you do not have to tell them to shoot,
Right.
Like they're all
Right.
like, we want to shoot. That's what we do, and that's just by nature. That's just not who I am. Like
Right.
I'm just a guy who wants to pass, and I feel like that comes from when I was a child. We were always the best team. We always beat everybody. We won. Like in my area, we were the best team. So my goal always as a kid was, let's get up by a lot so that the kids on the end of the bench can get in. And those are like my friends who aren't as good, but they come in, and when they score,
It's
great.
amazing.
everybody's
Yeah.
having fun,
Everybody's
you know?
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that honestly comes from when I was a kid. Like those guys getting in the game and them being able to score. That's when I fell in love with passing the ball, getting my teammates involved, like at a very young age.
But that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
At a very young age to recognize that,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
to intentionally get your team to a
Yeah.
certain
I know.
place so you can bring them
Yeah.
in. What do you attribute that selfless thinking too.
Yeah, I think really the way I was raised, I think my dad is like, he is that. Like my dad and my mom, like they are that. Like in my town, we always had a garage sale like right before the school year started, and my mom would have totes and totes and totes of brand new clothes that she had just collected over the years that she would just put out and put like $1 on, and I'd be like, as a kid, I'd be like, $1, Mom.
Right, you can make
I'm
more
trying to
money.
make money.
And she'd just be like, but like, this is like for the community. So like everybody knew where my house was. I'm on the same street as the high school. And like, there'd be a lot of families in my neighborhood who would come and get back to school clothes at my garage sale that were brand new, you know? And
Yeah.
I just feel like that comes from my family always wanting to give back. And I feel like that has a big part to do with the human I am like today. Is just the way I was raised. And I feel like that's a big part of it. And now moving forward, we're really working on getting my foundation started and doing just a lot of different things in the community, because that's really what my passion is. And that's like very special for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I
and it's
appreciate that.
the example that they set.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you are now setting that example.
No doubt, for sure.
Yeah, I'm moved. I also think seeing you on the court as this very impressive player, I would never imagine that you are thinking about like passing the ball the whole time. Not in a bad way, but
Right.
you're shooting and you're making the shots. Everybody wants you to keep doing that.
Yeah.
But you and your mind you're kind of battling something different, and how it came from your childhood is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really cool to
really
see
is.
it
Yeah, I guess I never
transfer
thought
to
of
the
it
court.
that way until we just talked about it like that.
Yeah,
But
see this podcast.
yeah. Exactly. I guess I've never thought of it that way. Thought about like why I am the way I am in certain ways. But yeah, I feel like it just comes from childhood, just thinking about getting guys involved. And yeah, I don't know.
Well,
we
you
were just-
clearly have a big heart.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Yeah.
I like to think so. Yeah. yeah.
Do you have any particular focus for your foundation that you're thinking about?
Just children in general. I think just like overall children's health. Like for me, my fiance went to school to be an elementary ed teacher.
Wow.
Yeah, and so she.
This is Jade.
This is Jade.
Yes.
Yes. And so when I was she's 2 years older than me, so I
Okay.
left after my second year. So as I was preparing to go to the NBA, she was graduating, and so it was kind of like we had been dating for about a year at that point. So it was like she was kind of like, "Hey, am I gonna go teach in Iowa, or am I gonna move with you?" And this is very serious at that point. And so for me, I was like, please, yeah, I want you to come with
Yeah,
me.
with
like,
me.
yeah, me. And like, I'm fortunate enough to make, a good amount of money where she doesn't have to, teach, because there's a lot of hours and a lot of
Sure,
things
sure.
she has to
Yeah.
do. And so I think her passion has always just been children. And I think my mom is retired now as well. So for those two to be involved with my foundation and have a lot to do with that, along with my business manager, Christina, like those are the three like most important women in my life. And so for those three to like really be able to like take the reins with my foundation on as well as what I enjoy to do is just be around kids. And I think like obviously there's the physical health aspect of it, but I think like mental health, like we're talking about now,
Yeah.
is what I've come to realize is such a big part of my life now. But just like, I don't know, like I think physical health is not just like being like sickness and stuff. I think it's like a roof over their head, like, and being able to get to school and like you like all those things that I take for granted today that are very important. And I know they're very important in my community, like back home, which I've been able to do a lot. And as well as here in Indy, where, I plan to spend a lot of my life here. So yeah, it's definitely a passion of mine.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I love the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
And your fiance gets along well with your mom.
Oh, they get along amazing. It is.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
it
good for you.
Yes. I think at first there was a little like, like there always is for, I'm my mom's baby,
Sure.
and
Oh,
to
yeah.
let me
No,
go
yeah,
like that a little bit. And
For sure.
And I'm not the greatest.
And another woman coming in.
Yes,
like
exactly.
that's,
And I'm not the greatest communicator. So when my mom wants to know everything that's going on, and when I don't tell her, then it was Jade's fault that, I wasn't telling her. And so there was a little, for a little
well,
bit.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
easier not to blame.
And she never,
Yeah.
and I, like I said, I was a spoiled child. And I also was, my brothers will say I was the golden child. So I rarely get yelled at. And so my mom was like, who do I put the blame on? It would be Jade. And
Poor
once I
Jade.
got traded, when I got traded here to Indiana, and I had to leave the next day to get here, and my mom and Jade had to like put together how are we gonna sell all the furniture, how are we gonna get rid of everything and get the dogs here and coordinate everything like that. They have been thick as thieves ever since. So
Yeah, that because they had to work together.
exactly.
Yep,
And so
for you.
Exactly. So that's why I always
And I'm
say,
sure all the conversation about all those times you put the heat on her,
yes,
that
exactly.
came out.
So now they
She's like, I knew it wasn't you.
and now they gang up on me. Now
That's
when I
right,
don't
that's
communicate, they come together and they yell at me together. So
That's right,
It's,
that's right.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Right?
I love that they get along. It is amazing, and it just takes the headaches away because, like, she doesn't have to. At first, in a relationship, it's like, can you call your mom and ask?
Right, of
and
course.
now it's like,
yeah.
she'll just call my mom and ask. And it's like, okay, that's
Thank you.
that-
Thank you.
yes, exactly. It's nice. It's nice.
Are you ready to hold WWE history in the palm of your hand? Topps is bringing you closer to the action than ever before with WWE Topps Now, highlighting the biggest matches and milestones from WWE shows and PLEs throughout the year. Topps Now is enhancing the fan experience by connecting collectors to the superstars and spectacles that ignite their passion. Featuring stunning event-exclusive photography, each card is made for the moment. And for some lucky collectors, that moment could become the pull of a lifetime. Along with serial numbered parallels, some Topps Now releases offer a chance at rare short prints, superstar autographs, and even pieces of the mat, gear, or other items used during the featured match. So which moments will you collect? With each card only available for a limited time, you won't want to wait to begin your Topps Now journey. Be sure to subscribe to the WWE Topps Now mailing list on Topps.com and follow Topps on all social media platforms so you never miss a single moment. So, how was it you had brought up the trade?
Yeah.
And I've read some articles, that was a very difficult time for you. Especially as a young man and especially as a young, successful man who had known nothing but success
Yeah.
up until that moment. And not that it was an unsuccessful moment, but you felt that way.
Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself in that process? And how did you get through it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I read something that said you cried for like a year.
Oh,
I don't know if that's true or
A
not.
whole year?
I cried for a while that day.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cried because that's like getting traded is like, for most of us professional athletes, that's like a really big ego hit.
Sure.
Especially early, because for me in Sacramento, I was like being touted as like the future,
Right.
and everybody like when you're the rookie, you're like the new puppy, right? Everybody loves you, right? They don't have a reason not to like you yet, right? You're the successful young guy. Everybody's enjoying you, and for me to get traded was like, they don't want me. Like, what the
Right.
heck? And like now that I'm a little older, you start to understand. Well, you're an asset, and like it's a business, and so
business.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's hard to, I think, accept. But I think in that moment, for me, it was very like I kept asking God, like, why? Why is this happening? Why? And I think that's like the main example I think about in my life, that the answer is not gonna come right away. Like, why is this happening? I didn't get that. Like, I wanted to know. I keep asking, why are you doing this? Like, and I didn't know, and I didn't understand for a little bit, but the more time has gone on, I've understood all this has happened for a reason.
Yeah.
For me to be here in Indiana, and this is closer to home for me. Like, it's a 5-hour drive to my hometown. And I really was able to come here and be a part of the start of building something very special. And we've really grown a great organization, a great culture. We were a
Because
game.
it was a team that was being built.
Yes,
right?
exactly. When I got here,
And they built it around you.
yeah, when I got here, we were really bad, really bad. Like, we were not good at all, and it was kind of like that really helped me in my growth, because coach was kind of like, go out there and do your thing. Like, I'll coach you, but I want you to. We're not gonna be very good. We're really young. Like, go out there and kind of experiment with like basketball, And so for me, that was like a big time for me as a young player to be put in situations that I wouldn't have been put in other,
Sure.
in other places. And so for me, that's like the first example I can think of where the answer did not come right away. It just came over time. And I really feel like that's what's happening right now with this injury, because
Right.
I sat there. I cannot tell you how many times I have looked up and said, God, why did you have to do this? Why? On the
Why?
biggest stage of my life, in the biggest moment of my life, like, why did this have to happen? And I feel like I don't have that answer right now, and I don't know why, but I feel like there's a bigger purpose, and I don't know what that is. Maybe it is because I'm gonna win a championship in a couple years, and that's gonna make it feel even greater.
Right.
Maybe that's not my calling card. Maybe it's to come back from this injury at a very high level and inspire people to, when something goes wrong for them, to push through and persevere. You know, like, I don't know what that is, and I don't think I have that answer right now. But I think in a couple years I'll be able to say, there it is. That's what it is, and I think that's kind of the way that I try to approach it. So yeah, that moment was an ego hit for me, and it was hard. And
Especially being, how old were you?
at the time I was 21.
Right?
21? Yeah, I was 21 years old.
21.
I don't know the answer.
I was 21. Yeah. I was looking at her for
I know.
confirmation.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
I was 21 at the time. So
Stephanie.
it was, and it kind of caused me to have to grow up fast.
Yeah.
You know, like I got traded and I had to coordinate with my family. Like, you know, like we got to sell things. We got to move everything. I got to get going. And again, it comes down to having a great support system in my family and my loved ones. And that made the transition smooth. But, you know, kind of had to, like, I was already adulting, living in California where I'm
Right.
from. Was like, I was kind of already, you know, on the road there, if not fully there.
I didn't
Yeah.
know adulting was a thing, but like I get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm
You're
saying?
like
Like,
playing
still
adult.
figuring it
yeah,
out.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's what the NBA is. We're playing adult. I got
That's the same here.
I got drafted when I was 20 years old. I got drafted when I was 20 years old, and
Yeah.
I had to figure out. I had to like hire an agent, hire a financial advisor.
You're still
How
a
am I-
kid.
Yeah, how am I going to eat? Like, I can't just
Right.
eat
Yeah.
In-N-Out burger every meal and, you know, go get McDonald's breakfast and like I can't just eat like, and I'm not cooking, so
Right.
like, how am I going to eat?
Supposed to
Like,
eat
How am I
healthy.
going to live?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
who's going to take care of me?
who are the people?
Where are
Who
the
do I call
adults?
if my dishwasher breaks? Like,
Right?
I don't like those are
Yeah.
things that like because when I got to college, I was a helpless 18-year-old. I was very, like I said, I was very spoiled. So
Right.
I didn't know how to do laundry. I didn't know how to do the dishes. Like I didn't make my bed every day. Like, and so that's
Oh, and
how
you did all those things in college.
what I did, I lived across from the cheerleaders.
Oh.
Jade was a cheerleader.
All right.
So that's how
right.
that happened.
That's right. Yeah.
So the cheerleaders would help me
Help
do
me out.
the dishes and everything. And that's how I got in with the cheerleaders and ultimately got introduced to Jade that way. So yeah, it all worked out the right way.
What did, was it love at first sight?
You know, I think at the time, like she was my best friend. She became
Oh,
my
that's
best friend
great.
very fast. Like the girl who introduced us, her name is Abby. Abby lives in Indy now. Like,
out,
like
Abby.
all my people live out here, but Abby was the cheerleader across from me her and her roommates did everything for me. Abby introduced me to Jade. One day I would go to their apartment and just chill with the cheerleaders all the time. And
Look
it-
at you.
I know. And
I
it was
know.
very,
He's
like,
such a nice guy,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And I would just hate and like
Who wants to do my laundry?
I would tell like my other exactly. Who wants to do the laundry? Who wants to do the dishes? And then like
I need a pedicure.
Yeah, exactly. And I would like start to like my other fellow freshmen basketball players would be like, yo, come to the cheerleader. We can go hang out with the cheerleaders. Come on. And so we'd go hang out there. And I remember I was like hanging out with the girls, like chilling in their room and Jade walked in. I still remember it. And like right from there, like we just became like, we were all part of the same friend group. And then we just became closer and closer. And as time went on, she was talking to somebody else and I was talking to somebody else and it kind of ended, both of our things kind of ended at the same time. And
And the rest is history.
And her dog had passed at the time, her childhood dog. And I never had a pet growing up. I have a pet now, but I never had a pet growing up. So I didn't understand like
Right,
what that
the
meant.
connection.
But when her pet died, I texted her a really sweet message and I was like I was genuinely like felt bad. And she said like, that was the moment I knew like,
He's a good guy.
yes,
Yeah.
like I really want to talk to him in a
Yeah.
more serious way. And so that's how it happened.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
got goosebumps.
I know.
Yeah.
That's really sweet, especially because you
very
weren't
sweet.
a pet. Like you didn't have a pet yet.
Yeah, no, I
But
just
you knew.
Yeah, I could tell she took it hard. And then like
And you cared.
yeah, and now learning
That's the thing.
Yeah,
She was hurting and you cared.
right. And
you
now
reached out.
now we have a dog together. And I always think I always think
what's your
about,
dog's
like,
name?
Ames, because we met in
Ames.
Ames, Iowa.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
And I always think like, because I never have thought like when my friends' dogs would die growing up or something like that, I never would understand like why
Why
people
they'd
would,
be so upset.
Yeah, but now that I have a dog,
You
the
get
thought of not waking up to him, I'm like,
It's the worst.
That heartbreak I could never
Yeah.
never like think about. Yeah, it's
We're
tough
not
to
gonna.
even-
Yeah.
it. She's like, please,
yeah,
we're
it's
keeping
tough
it
to even
light.
think about.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she knew. So have you told the story of how you did it?
How I did what?
Pop the question.
Oh, yeah. I guess I haven't. So
Do you think she'd be cool with you telling?
yeah,
it?
for
Okay,
sure,
all
for
right,
sure.
okay.
It's
There's
on. It's
there's
going to be on
some
Netflix
clips.
next month.
Oh, great. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's-
we
yeah.
preempt it.
Yes, exactly. So
Again.
I've been planning this for a year, basically. Basically, the Olympics last year.
For a year, you planned.
Yes. At the end of the Olympics,
Damn.
I said I was going to go to Saint-Tropez. We went to Saint-Tropez for 2 weeks, or for a week after the Olympics, kind of decompress. And so I told my mom, I said, we're going to go to Saint-Tropez. And my mom was like, are you proposing? I said, Mom, like, I guess I was at the point where that was the first time that I really thought like, when am I going to propose?
Yeah.
And so I was like, Mom, I think realistically a year. I think in a year I'll propose because the heat had been coming for a little bit, you know?
Starts early.
And so I planned it for a
women.
year and I got with Iowa State and I said, hey, could I rent out the gym, like the arena, Hilton Coliseum? And they said, yeah, of course, no problem. And so we figured out a date that would work. And for a year, like I said, I got a banner in Ames for winning a gold medal. And so
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so what I did, like we flew in the day of. We flew in, went to the game, got the banner, left. So we were only there for one day, not even. So like none of my friends got to come.
Okay.
So what I did the whole year is basically say, hey, we're getting the banner. None of my friends can come. When we go back for the golf outing that we do every year in Ames, I want to throw a party for my banner. I want all my friends to come. I want you to invite all your friends, all your family. I want everybody to come. And she was like, yeah. And the whole time I told her that, I went and told her sister, hey,
This is what's happening.
I'm proposing, make sure, because if Jade were to tell, hey, we're going to have a party in Iowa if you want to come, her friends and family might be like, I don't want to. I mean, like, maybe I
right,
don't.
sure.
Yeah.
You never
I'm
know.
like, I'm like, tell everybody
They're coming.
they're coming.
They're
Don't tell
coming.
them why, but tell them they're coming. And so we kind of planned it for a year, and I did all these Netflix because I do all these Netflix like interviews talking about it, and it took a lot of planning and very like secretive, not telling anybody, and
I can't believe nobody spilled the beans.
nobody
for
spilled
a
the beans.
year.
Yeah, thank God.
That is such a long
Right?
time.
The day
So much
of, I
pressure
was
to be
so
her sister?
Yeah, I was not nervous. I was not nervous the whole time leading up to it until the day of.
Right.
The day of, we all went to lunch. All her friends and family, me,
Like-
and I didn't know who knew and who didn't know at this time.
Yeah.
At this time, I had told her mom, I had told her dad, and I know they talk.
You
know what I mean?
told them or you asked
I
them?
asked their permission.
Okay,
sorry,
all right. I'm
sorry.
just checking.
I asked their permission. And so I told them, or I asked their permission, and so people knew, and I don't know who they told. And so I couldn't eat. Like I was at lunch, and we're at like one of my favorite lunch spots in Ames, and like I just like I was like, oh my
Did
God.
she notice?
You've
No,
made
no,
it
no,
to
she
the
didn't
day.
notice.
Oh,
Like
okay,
if someone
okay.
ruins it that day.
Yeah, it would have hurt. So, and literally before we went, well, then I had to figure out how am I going to get her to go to the arena? Like I have no, like, what can I say? Do you want to go to the arena to look at the banner? Or should we-
that you've already
Right?
seen.
yeah, exactly. And so what I said was, because I left school after 2 years, and I've always said, I really hope that I can convince Iowa State to give me an honorary degree so I don't have to go back to school. So I said, hey, actually, the president of the university wants to meet with me at the arena because I think they're talking about an honorary degree.
yeah.
And she was like, really? Like, okay, let's go. So
But that was all a lie.
it was a lie.
I mean, the level
Iowa
of
State, if
lying.
you watch this, I will gladly take an honorary degree. But yeah, I lied completely. And so before we left, she was in the room like, she's gonna die when I say this. She was like, I can't believe you didn't propose this weekend. Like this would have been the perfect
No
weekend.
way.
Before
She's
you
like-
did it?
Yeah, she's like, when are you gonna propose? Like, are you ever gonna propose? Like, we've been dating for so long. Like, it's 6 years we had been dating. So
Okay.
I mean,
she's
yeah.
like, we've been dating for a long time. And I'm like, I like had to like
Totally
kinda, like,
lie.
snap on her. Like, I kind of had to be like,
Oh.
I'm not proposing to you because I was wearing a boot. Still, I was
Okay, okay.
I'm not proposing to you in a boot. Give it up. Like, it's gonna happen when it happens. Leave me alone. Like it was like that. And you could kind of see her be like
Hurt.
Yeah, she was kind of defeated.
Oh, she was hurt.
Yeah, she was kind of defeated. And I was like,
because it probably took a lot
Yeah.
for her to ask that too.
for sure. And I was like, but the fact that she was defeated, it was kind of like,
Just wait.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah, and so we went.
Get her as low as possible.
Yes, exactly. And so we went there.
It's only up from there.
Exactly. We went there. We got there. I like snuck the ring in my pocket while she wasn't looking, and we got in there, and it was like I didn't know any of I wasn't a part of any of the setup. Christina, my business manager, and she took. Thank God for Christina. She took care of everything. Iowa State did a great job. The university, and so we got there, and it was like the garage was like closed. Like when it opens, you can see the court, but it was closed. And so there was a guy, like an older man there, and he was like, "You're here for dinner with the president, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he
You're
said,
like, yes,
oh.
thank God.
He's like, "Oh yeah, it's right through this." And he opened the garage, and there was just a million candles, like a huge flower arrangement,
Covered.
a big sign saying, "Will you marry
Goosebumps.
me?" It was like out of a movie, like our favorite song from like High School Musical played. It was like
Oh my
job.
God.
it was straight out of a movie. It was so beautiful, and yeah, right. She started crying right away, and it was special. It was very special because it's like where we met, where we fell in love in Ames, and that's a very special place to the both of us. So it was really cool.
That is so romantic. But were all the people there?
So just we only kept it to like immediate friends and immediate family, and then Abby who introduced us.
Abby.
And they were in the locker room. So like they were.
Oh, they could see it?
Yeah, she didn't know they were there. She thought it was just us. So after she said yes, they all screamed and ran out the locker room. And yeah, it was and then after that, I rented out the college bar that she worked at when we were in college.
No way.
So I rented it out,
Amazing.
and we got there, and that's when all of
That's
like
where all the party was.
sorority sisters, everybody was there.
awesome.
People that she didn't know were gonna be there were all there. That she thought
For her.
Yeah, she thought it was a banner party. Come to find out, it was for the engagement, so it was very special.
That's amazing.
mean-
You
Yeah.
did so good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
It's
you
another
really
level.
I
Did
appreciate
good.
that.
Yes.
Like down to the man who said,
Oh,
"You're
yeah.
here for
Oh,
the
yeah, for the
president."
dinner.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. It worked so well because when I walked in that door and there was no candles and no music,
You're
I
like-
was like, I have no idea where to go. This
Right?
is gonna be a shit show. And the dude was right there, and he was like,
I got you.
"Yeah, he played it so cool." He like kind of was sitting. He was like, it was like he was like a shadowy figure. He was like sitting in a
Disappears.
Yeah, it was like a movie. He was sitting in the dark kind of, and he kind of came out and said, "Mr. Halliburton, you're here for dinner with the president."
The president.
Yes, I am.
For your honorary degree.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay, thank God. Yeah,
Is it true that you had to train
I did.
to get up from the proposal,
I had to train to get down.
to get down for the
Yeah.
proposal?
Because
you-
at that time I was still in
Really?
a boot, so I was like, how am I gonna get down? Like, because people were worried when I got hurt. I was concerned too. Am I gonna be able to get on a knee?
Right.
Like, How am I
Yeah.
gonna be able to get down there? And my training staff was like, we promise you will be able to get on a knee at that time. And so like we had just started lifting shortly before that for a few weeks before. So I was just starting to be able to walk in my boot for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
At least to like stand. Like I wasn't
Right.
walking yet, but I was standing. And so part of my lifting before, like at the end of my lift or before my lift, they would take my
Practice.
scooter and I would take my hands and get down on a knee and get up. And I would do that like 5 times. And then,
Wow.
okay, I could.
The proposal,
yeah,
they named it.
I can do it. So yeah, I had to, yeah.
I didn't know if that
it
was
like
true.
The
That is
proposal
true.
lift. Yeah.
That is now, like, going forward, I heard it's a part of Achilles rehab.
Yes.
Yeah.
It- they
Everybody
have
should be
to
doing
now
it.
do
You
the
must have an
Yeah.
elaborate proposal.
It's how they know you're getting close.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was. I had to practice a little bit, but we figured it out.
I
And
mean-
honestly, it's so funny to go back and look at it because it's kind of a struggle to get up at that point. Like it's easier to get down, but it was a struggle
Sure.
to get up. And instead of Jade like helping me up or like I always joke with her, she was like this. Looking
Looking at her
ring in the light, like couldn't believe it.
Well, you
as
just
I'm on the
yelled at
ground,
her,
like
so, like,
struggling,
struggling.
yeah, shaking to push up. Yeah. Somebody
Using
pointed
her
out the
leg.
video, and now it's the only thing I see when I watch her just sitting there
is
like
great.
this.
I need
It's
to
so
see that.
funny. Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
What a story.
So, given you're such a great human being, how are you going to be a heel everywhere else in the country?
You know, I don't think people care. People don't care if they see the
Who you
smile.
are,
They don't
right?
care.
Yeah.
They just people just see me as the basketball player who talks a lot of shit and is like annoying on the court. And so like in Indy,
They love
they
you.
love me. And
Right,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
this is
they
home.
know you, yeah.
But it's like
And this is home, and you've helped build this team, and
Yeah.
you've said you want to be here for a very long
for sure.
time.
So
It's your
I've-
roots.
Yes, and I've been a big part of the culture that we've built here and all those things. So yeah, I think whenever it doesn't matter where we travel to. Like if I go back to NXT, which I definitely plan on doing at some point, they are gonna boo me again. Because for some reason in Orlando, there's a lot of Knicks fans.
In
I don't know
Orlando.
why? They were chanting like "Let's go Knicks," and I was like, I thought you guys were Magic fans. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of Knicks fans. So like, Orlando, they don't like me. For sure, they don't like me there. For sure, they don't like me in Milwaukee. Like that's like a,
That's just the thing.
and that's home. And
Yeah,
that kind
that
of sucks.
hurts,
Like
yeah.
I can't go home and do anything good. I can't go to like a Packers game and like people like cheer for me. Like
Because they're gonna boo.
They're gonna boo the
and then
shit
you're
out
gonna
of me.
have to like.
yeah, they're gonna boo the shit out of me.
Just
So
like do the cheese head all the way down.
yeah,
Just-
yeah.
they
no.
can't
just
see
I won't
your
even
face.
like. I want to go. Trust me, I want to go to Lambeau at some point, but I know if I go, they're gonna kill me out there. So yeah, I feel like those are kind of the main parts. But I feel like if I went to like a PLE like overseas or something, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People would. I mean, they wouldn't boo. I mean, I doubt they would even care. You know, honestly, whatever. But I feel like there's many places I could go, but there's certain places like I'm getting booed for sure.
So
you kinda
how are you gonna?
you read and react on
how
the,
you gonna heal
on the
on
fly.
'em?
Yeah, I kind of
You gotta embrace it.
Yeah, you definitely have to.
Yeah.
Like I have to take a jab at their sports teams. I guess that's kind of the only, that's
That'll
kind of the
always
cheat
work.
code that I've
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
learned.
I mean, did you learn that from us?
Yes, yes.
We're good at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think about like the biggest point I think of
It's
is
called
like
cheap heat.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. That's the easy way. Like The Rock in Sacramento,
Yeah.
back when he was like playing the guitar, and he said something about the Kings losing to the Lakers, and I was like, boom, like
yeah,
right?
people get so mad.
That's my easy way to go. Like even when I was at NXT, they were booing me, and I had to come up with something on the fly. So the Magic. I like the Orlando Magic. I got friends on the team. I love their head coach. Like they're a good team, and I had to come up with something. So I was just like, yeah, I would boo too if I had to cheer for the Magic. And it was like, and then the Magic guys were mad at me, and I was like,
What do you want me to
I said,
do?
guys, they're booing me. I had to come up with something on the fly. So yeah, that's kind of my way.
Yeah, you can't win.
That's my way. If I'm getting booed somewhere, I'm just gonna talk about their.
Well, that's a
their
good
basketball
go-to.
team.
That's a
Yeah.
good go-to.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's, obviously it makes sense for you to say that.
Exactly.
you
So
know?
it's kind of it's my cheat code, I guess. At this
Yeah.
point, yeah,
It's
it
a good
works.
one. It's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You might come up with more stuff.
Eventually, yeah. Eventually,
You
I
could
will.
YouTube videos of Steph as a heel
Yeah, no.
and
There's
use
great
it.
stuff on there.
There
You
is.
just start
Great
slapping
stuff on
people.
there. There's great stuff on there, no doubt. But I just want to be able to, like, for you, did you like? You had to do a lot of training, of course, like
Yeah.
like bumping and stuff.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, like for me.
So, and my dad and my brother didn't want me to wrestle ever.
Right.
And I always wanted to. And so I started training and I started learning. And I convinced him, I said, Dad, I'm playing this character. And like, I'm a pretty bad guy. Like, someone's going to have to get to me
Yeah,
at
yeah.
some point, and I've got to know how to protect myself. And that was logical. So then I was allowed to start training.
yeah.
But yeah, I trained for a long time.
And like, what's your like craziest spot you think you've been a part of?
Well, I separated my shoulder training, trying to learn how to do this like top wrist lock on someone's shoulders where you like flip them down, and it wasn't a good scene. And I didn't tuck right, and I like drilled my shoulder right into the mat. I mean, that was in training, so that was not like the craziest spot in a match.
Rhonda?
God, I haven't thought about that.
You went through a table.
Yeah, I went through a table.
Yeah.
Yep. WrestleMania.
Is that the only time you went through a table?
Yeah, it was my first table.
That's
Isn't
what.
that crazy?
Yeah,
My
I've
first
been-
table. I would have thought I would have gone through more tables.
Trust
I
me. You
mean-
know how many times I've tried to convince your husband to let me go through a table or do
Yeah?
something?
Tonight's the night.
No, he will. He every time I say it, I'm like, okay, so like, what if we,
Like, let's really talk.
yeah, like if you want me to be like, if you want to be,
I'm
that guy-
talking. I'm doing all your commentary for you.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
your
yeah.
pre-shows.
exactly. Put me through a table.
You know.
You know what I mean? Like,
is that so much to ask?
yeah, I feel like it,
Such
and,
a-
and I
it's
keep
such a
telling him,
normal
he's like,
request.
The NBA would never let us. I said, who cares? I don't have to ask them. Like I tell our front office that all the time because I'm like, I'm going to WWE. Like, you do anything? I'm like, no. But if I was, you would never know because you would tell me I couldn't do it. So I'm a big believer in ask for forgiveness, not permission. So
Okay.
I'm gonna eventually. I'm gonna get annoying enough that he's gonna let me do something.
But so the squeaky wheel gets the grease,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean, you do. You have to kind of
We're
be
gonna do
relentless.
something. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna jump off the top. I would love. I feel like that's my cheat code. Jump off the top rope into a crowd of like 10 guys standing
Okay.
up.
All right.
Catch
Catch
me.
you.
Right?
So I think tonight, when you're sitting out there in the audience,
Uh-huh.
Kane's music should hit.
Yeah, no. Please not.
He runs
Here
out.
comes Mayor Jacobs,
Yes.
and he grabs you and just choke slams you through a table.
I was so-
And then pyro.
You guys have no idea how terrified I was. I wouldn't even get out the car. I would not get out because I think we went to a meet and greet at the time because Shelton Benjamin was Intercontinental Champion.
Right.
And I think he was in a rivalry with Kane.
Okay.
So I was like, I cannot go in there because Kane is after Shelton. and if Kane comes for Shelton while we're there, like
What's going to happen to
I'm
me?
gonna be like I can't.
I'll be a target for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm too small.
Yeah, no. So that's definitely why. And I was terrified. Like my dad still laughs about it to this day. He's like, we had to drag you out of the car. Like you wouldn't get. I was.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I
though.
would not get out of the car. Yeah,
And how much younger is your younger brother?
a year.
Oh,
only
just
a year younger.
Okay.
Yeah, only
okay.
a year younger. Yeah. So he used to come to everything with me too.
And he's like, "Why are you so
know.
scared?"
exactly. That's exactly what he would do. Because he's the kid who did everything I wouldn't. So like he loves being outside. He's
Oh,
a great
that's
swimmer.
great.
He loves
Really?
riding his
Rides-
bike.
I was gonna say.
He's just that. Whatever's the
Antithesis.
opposite of
Yeah,
me. Yeah.
yeah.
He is that. So yeah.
So, but is he like a little bit of a heel in real life?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So now we really got
He
it.
don't like talking like that. He just kind of like goes with the flow. He's just we're very different people. Yeah.
One of the things I also read is that you were 6'5", 155 pounds. When was that?
That was-
and now you put
4
on
years old.
40 pounds.
Yeah. Well, I'm like 208 right
Oh,
now.
yeah. All right,
It's
all
probably 'cause
right.
I'm not running. I can't run. That's the only reason I'm that heavy. But
Run with it.
yeah, exactly.
208.
But that was the day I got to college.
Wow.
When I was 18, 6'5", 155.
That is not a lot of mass.
Oh no. It was,
That's why he couldn't do his laundry.
huh?
That's why he couldn't do his laundry.
He didn't
Yeah,
have any
exactly.
energy. Oh my God.
Exactly. Couldn't lift it.
yeah,
Exactly.
but my biceps.
I literally
I need the cheerleaders to help.
our strength coach Pete Link. Shout out to Link. He would make me eat 24/7. Like I couldn't even like be in front of him without eating. Like it was like it was so
It's a
horrible.
job.
It was so horrible.
Yeah.
Like he used to have the big protein, like he would make these protein shakes, strawberry, banana, protein powder, all this stuff. And it'd be like 32 ounces. That sounds right. Like
Sure,
32
big.
ounces is pretty
Yeah.
big, right?
Yeah,
Like 2
big.
water bottles. 32 ounces. And I would probably drink 3 of those a day. Like
Of
no
protein
joke.
shake.
Damn.
3 of them a day.
Ooh.
3. And like some days 4. And then it would be like, he'd be like, before you go to bed, go to the dining hall and just go get a full pizza. Eat a full pizza right before you go to bed. So you're not like,
I would like to be on
I'm
this
taking
plan.
this advice.
yeah.
For sure.
So I would just eat all the time. And by the time the year started, I was like 175, 180.
All right.
So I gained like 20 pounds that summer.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah. But I have learned that during season and during like it started kind of like when I got to NBA, like maybe right before I got to NBA, I lose a lot of weight during the season because I have a chef when I'm home. It's easy for me at home, but when we're on the road,
Yeah.
I am so bad about eating. Like I say like on a normal game day, I'll eat breakfast at like 10 in the morning. We'll go to shoot around. I'll come back. Most guys take their pregame nap. I will just sit. I like play video games before games, so I'll sit play video games. I'll like lose track of time, and it'll be like 3 o'clock. I gotta get dressed, shower, get
No
dressed.
time
go,
to eat.
Yeah, go to the game. I might eat like a little cut of like a Jersey Mike sub.
Mm-hmm.
I always eat goldfish, a bag of goldfish. That's 60 minutes on the clock every game. So I eat a bag of goldfish.
Okay, so that's
That's a
your
fun fact.
Yes,
superstition.
that's my superstition.
Okay.
I had a bag of goldfish, 60 minutes
Is
on the
that
clock.
it's an orange thing?
No, that's Drew. That's
Okay.
Drew. That's Drew saying always look at the hoop.
Right.
So he always is like trying to be a sarcastic. He's an asshole. So he's trying to be a sarcastic. So he'll say, "Look at the orange thing." That's what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, but he'll.
But he stacked a bunch of orange
he'll
things outside
yeah,
your
so
door
I always
one
have
day,
a ton
right?
of goldfish at my house. So he took all the goldfish and all my orange Reese's Puffs, everything, put it in front of my door during the playoffs, like look at the orange thing. Like, you put it-
hilarious.
Yes, that's what he does.
Yeah.
But like I'll eat that bagel if it's just 60 minutes on the clock, and I won't eat again. I'll play the game. I'll be hungry after the game, but like I'll be so high strung from the game
Right,
that
your
like
adrenaline,
I won't
yeah.
wind down. And then by the time like I shower, get to the plane, I'll have like a protein shake. By the time I get to the plane, I'm like, dang, I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah.
But then I'm like,
It's so late.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'll eat like some Oreos or something, and then we'll land at home, and I'll get home, and Chef made dinner for Jade. She didn't make dinner for me because she thinks I should have ate.
Right.
I told her
Yeah.
I was gonna eat,
Yeah.
and then I'll get to the house, and I'm like,
Damn, I'm
I
hungry.
am starving, and I'll eat a bowl of cereal, and I'll go to bed. And so I like barely like during the season, I like really struggle with being able to eat like
It's hard for our talent too, being on the road so much.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, it's tough. Like by the time I started the year last year at 195, and before Game 7, the last game of the year, I was like 182,
Wow.
183. So
Yeah.
like,
So you have to bulk up.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I've gained like 25 pounds since the season ended. Like,
You're just getting ready.
I feel like a lot of it is exactly. A lot of it is I just can't run right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like think about how much
You're
I
not
run
burnt. Yeah, exactly.
every day.
Yeah.
And like to not be doing any of that is like, so I keep joking. I'm in my dad bod season right now a little bit. I got a little gut going. I was like,
Hardly.
yeah.
Hardly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So is there a favorite cereal that's a go-to?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Reese's Puffs for
all
sure.
right.
Yeah,
All
those
right.
are
Those are good
sugary
ones.
cereals.
Yeah.
I love sugary cereals. People are like, eat Cheerio. No.
Special
No.
K.
Come on. Nothing even remotely healthy.
And I grew up like cereal was like a lifestyle for me.
Yeah,
like
same with me. I grew
yeah.
up with cereal.
2
for
bowls in the
breakfast.
morning
Yeah.
while I watch Sports Center, 2 bowls in the morning, 2 bowls after school, and a bowl before bed. Like I'm 5 bowls in a day usually
Wow.
growing
And
up.
you change that to shakes.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So like if you go in my pantry at my house right now, it's just like every cereal you could think of is in there because it's just like I get that's my snacks or cereal. Yeah,
That's so cool.
yeah. I'm a kid still, so
Yeah.
it doesn't change.
Aren't we all? I hope you never grow up.
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
All right. Well, thank you so much,
course, yeah.
Tyrese. This has just been amazing.
Yeah.
I look forward to witnessing your first table bump and seeing where your career takes you, where your life takes you. You have so much ahead of you with your beautiful fiance. I mean, it's just an incredible time for you.
Thank you.
I couldn't be more excited for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And now it's time for WrestlePalooza.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, go get you some food.
Yeah, I can't wait.